Hey, what's up everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is Pose Season 1, Episode 2, and the name of this episode is Access. Man, I am really enjoying this show. It's already been approved for a second season, so I am really excited to see what's going to happen with Pose, because this storyline on this show, the characters, it literally has me at the edge of my seat. So I can't wait to see what happens next. But let me begin. The episode opens up with the ball. Pretel, who's played by the great Billy Porter, he's doing the emceeing for the ball, and the category is Weather Girls. Angel walks in that category and she gets perfect 10s. Then the category changes to Legendary Runway, and normally Elektra, who is the mother of abundance, she normally wins in that category. And when she was walking it, she looked fierce. She was actually serving Diana Ross, and they were playing Diana Ross the boss too. And Blanca sends Poppy to go tell Pretel that she's going to challenge her. Blanca comes out. Blanca looked fierce. She looked very well painted, because when she's painted very well, she looks very feminine, and her looks soften. So she had her face painted, the gown was on point. She came out there and she slayed, and she won. When that damn Elektra got a 9 out of 10 from one of the judges, she was like, "What are you, blind?" And he was like, "No, darling, but I see you need to be in a coffin." I was rolling. Like, he told your ass she was old. And we can look at damn Elektra's face. Elektra did not like that shit. That is one vengeful, competitive bitch. And she's narcissistic as shit. So, of course, she was not going to take that line down. So, throughout this episode, she wants, a rematch to claim her title over Blanca. Because she's saying that, honey, that was luck. Because you're nothing but the Cracker Barrel to my Gucci. What makes you think you could ever slay me, darling? And if anything, Blanca was like, honey, you're old. If anything, that's one thing that we all know. Even the judges knew that. So, darling, it's time for a new mother. And she says that I'm going to challenge you for Mother of the Year. And she's like, oh, darling, I've won that 6 years in a row. And she's like, yeah, and I'm going to see you. And she says, but as far as I'm concerned right now, the only house I want to talk about is the International House of Pancakes, so we can go out to eat and celebrate. And I'm like, yeah, which is now called the International House of Burgers. So they have that scene, and then we see later on, throughout the episode, we see that Blanca is a fighter. And I'm pretty much going to talk about the two of them first, because the two of them really gave me life in this episode. So we see that Blanca goes out with one of the other, girls from the House of Abundance. And she's another one that really don't care for Elektra and her bullshit. But old girl, because Blanca was trying to get this girl to join her house. But old girl was like, oh, no, I don't give a damn about Elektra. But she helps me to win. And I like winning. So why would I leave where I'm winning to go for a house that's barely starting up? You just got one win under your belt. You guys are just starting up. And, you guys are still on baby formula. I'm going to stay where I am. And besides, I might want to have my own house one day. Blanca looked at her like, bitch, please. Like, you doing too much. But the thing is, they're both at this bar called the Boy Lounge, which is a gay bar, but they are not kind to the trans. And it's a white establishment too. And like we see throughout this episode, Blanca keeps going there to get a martini because she feels I have a right to be there like anybody else. But we see that there's segregation within the gay community. And the first time, the boss walks them out and pretty much tells them that, look, I'm not having a costume party. We actually have a clientele that we're trying to keep up, and you're coming in here is, there's other bars you can go to. And if anything, Blanca's like, I should have the right to go to any bar I want to go to and sit and eat anywhere I want to eat. So we're kind of seeing somewhat the same issues that the civil rights movement was dealing with. So we're seeing that Blanca is really going for a fight that's bigger than her, and she wants to make life easier for the other children coming after her, because we know that Blanca has HIV, and her mission is that she wants to create a legacy. So she wants to create a world that's going to be better for the children that's coming after her, because the world was so hard on her. So we see that the second time she goes, she literally gets, she literally gets thrown out by the bouncer. The third time she gets arrested, and surprisingly, Elektra bailed her out. Now, Elektra is a mean, narcissistic bitch. She's all about herself, and she's very upscale. But I can say in this moment, she does love her children, even Blanca. But they just have a combative relationship, because before Blanca got arrested, she got mad because they had another ball, and Blanca didn't show up because Blanca was at the boys' lounge. So Elektra won, but Elektra was pissed. She was like, trust me, this is not a win because I didn't actually face my challenger. Where the hell is Blanca? And she goes to meet Blanca at her job, and Blanca works at a nail salon. So she goes there, to get her nails done, and she is just giving bougie teas, stuck up white woman teas. She is just serving like, I am upscale, darling, and you are beneath me. And she was just kind of serving that, and she's kind of letting her know that, sweetie, why? And she's like, it's funny that you can, be all proudful about you winning that lucky award, but why haven't you come back to challenge me? And she's like, oh, I had other things to do besides being at a damn ball. There are other things in life more important. She's like, oh, bitch, I know what you doing. I heard you over there at Boys Lounge acting like you the gay Norma Ray. I was like, oh, shit. That was so damn funny. And, she was telling her, like, honey, you are, what you're doing, you're really asking for a world of trouble, but, and if anything, you need to actually focus on the ball, and you need to focus on that look, maybe get you some moisturizer. I mean, she was talking cash shit. But then Blanca clocked back like, sweetie, what I'm doing is for people beyond my lifetime. And what I'm doing is for the fact that all the children should be able to go anywhere they want, eat where they want. You don't have that problem because you got this rich daddy who takes care of who buys your rhinestones and pays your bills. The only things you have to worry about is your wrinkles and your cellulite. I was like, you better read, bitch! Read the fuck out of her. And I'm like, she's like, so bitch, you don't have a care in the world because you got, somebody caring for you. But what about the children who don't have that? What about the children who deserve to go in any establishment and be able to sit down and eat and they not be discriminated against? So we're really seeing that there's injustice within the LGBT community, and the trans are highly being affected by it. So I mean, because even and we see this, like, the scene where she gets arrested because there's a black gay guy there, and she's saying like, don't you feel, don't you feel disrespected that they're acting like this? But he's like, darling, they're not they're they don't feel that way about me. They feel that way about you. And I'm like, bitch, you really think because you a black gay man that you're better than her? Like, but this is the bullshit that's been fed, and a lot of people have ran with it. So the last time she went to the boys' lounge, her ass gets arrested. Guess who bails her out, y'all? That damn Elektra. But guess why she did it? I mean, I think it's because she does love her. She does have love for Blanca, but they just have a very combative relationship. So we see that Blanca's flirting with one of the guards. The guard is eating her up, and he is checking her out with everything. And I was like, you better work, bitch, because Elektra is so well put together that she can pass. As a matter of fact, in the last episode, she was pretty much saying that that Blanca had beast face, saying that her face is too strong looking, that she can't pass, because she can be clocked. And we know that throughout this episode, Blanca was clocked by the, not only by the store owner, but also by the police. So you can look at Blanca and tell she's a guy. So her look is not so well put together that she can pass and people will believe she was a woman. Whereas that damn Elektra, that damn guard saw a woman in front of him. Little do you know, baby. But anyway, the shit was funny because afterwards, after she bails her out of jail, she was like, "Look, you lucky I got a rich father who gives me walking money, and you damn near spent half of my damn allowance, and it ain't even fucking Tuesday." And she's like, "Well, why the hell did you bail me out anyway? Is it because you believe in what I'm trying to do?" She was like, "Have you lost your damn mind? Honey, did you just see me up in there flirting with that guard? I can get into any establishment I so choose, darling. Your struggle's not my struggle. But the tea of the matter is, you owe me a redemption, and now that I bailed your ass out and saved you from getting your ass beat by them prisoners, you gonna be there tomorrow to give me my rematch, bitch." And she's like, "Is that all that matters to you?" She's like, the ball is our community, it's our place, it's our safe haven. And while you trying to find love in all the places and in other places in the world, the ball does matter. So, and we see that damn Elektra had a car coming to pick her up. Blanca thinking that she can catch a ride with her. She's like, "Are you going downtown?" And she's like, "Yes." And the subway is 2 blocks is 2 blocks away. I was like, bitch! That had me dying. Like, bitch, I bailed you out. I ain't giving you a ride. Take your ass to the subway and take your ass home. So I thought that was hilarious. But we really see in this episode that Blanca is a fighter, but then we also see her role as a mother too, because we also see next person I'm gonna talk about is Damon. Damon actually meets this guy Ricky. Ricky is cute. He's cute trade. We later on find out that Ricky is actually, he pretty much came out of the same, he's kind of still in the same situation that Damon has come out of, because when we first saw Damon, when he first got to New York, he was homeless, sleeping on park benches. But now that he has joined the house, of Evangelista, and now he's one of the children of Blanca's, he now has a place to stay in. Now he's a part of the house. But Ricky, on the other hand, he pretty much is, a young guy who booses and does what he has to do to survive. But we see that there's an instant connection between them. And we later on see that, even in that situation, Damon asked, can he go out with Ricky, because Ricky wanted to go out for pizza or whatever. But then Blanca was like, he looked like trouble. But then again, trouble do look good. So be at home at 3 a.m. So he goes out with Ricky. They go out. They pretty much connect. They talk about dancing and Janet Jackson and all of that. And we see there's a connection between them. But then we see that Ricky is literally moving fast. Like, he's really trying to get Damon, right then and there, because they were at the pier. And, that's where all the children hang out. So here it is. He at the pier, and they go off into like this little like to like this building space, and you know, probably some people probably live there too. Transients, as well as some of the LGBT members who were kicked out and don't have anywhere to go. So we see the two of them, have chemistry, and we see that Ricky is really trying to get into Damon's pants, but Damon's like, whoa, slow down. I'm not ready for that yet. Let's take our time. Let's go out again on Tuesday. And he agrees. And we see that Ricky's kind of beside himself because he's probably used to getting it quick. I mean, he's pretty much, living on the street. It's all about get it fast, and that's the kind of mentality that Ricky has. At first, I'm just thinking, okay, Ricky's a slut, because that was the first reaction I had towards his character. But then later on, we see that Ricky is a little hoe, because afterwards, because what ended up happening is that Damon got invited to a ballet with his dance teacher because he's been doing so well in school. She invites him to ballet, and it's on the same day that he was supposed to have been hanging out with it was on the same day he's supposed to have been meeting with Ricky for the date. So he stands Ricky up and goes to the ballet. Later on, Ricky is just, we see Ricky talking to some of the trans girls. So he likes the girls, but he also has an attraction to Damon. And probably Damon's probably the only guy he's attracted to, because we seen both times we've seen him after the fact, he was talking to one of the girls. So Ricky likes the girls, honey. So we already kind of getting the kind of guy Ricky is. Ricky's definitely trade. So if anything, the two of them go back and forth. And well, actually, let me first talk about this. Blanca actually set Damon together. Because one, he came home 2 hours late. So she was like, I ain't going to be having you coming in my house late like that, boy. And when I tell you to get home on time, you get home on time. But then she asked, were you doing drugs? Were you drinking? Did you have sex? And we find out that, Damon is actually a virgin. He's never done any of those things. So she gives him some brochures and lets him know that, look, you're a good-looking guy. You need to be careful and you need to protect yourself. And he's like, well, I'm not having sex yet. She says, honey, it don't fucking matter. You never know when you're going to have sex. Sometimes sex happens in the spur of the moment. You need to be ready, and you need to make smart decisions. There's this disease going around here. I don't want you to get caught up in that. And we know that Blanca is speaking from the heart because that's what's going on with her. But we see that Ricky felt some kind of way because Damon stood him up, which was messed up, because we really saw him with his 2 slices of pizza and he looked sad. I was like, oh, he really does like him. So, because I was thinking he probably would have, because like Poppy had told him, that, go to the ballet because probably, he gonna move on to somebody else. Do you, if anything, he's probably like, to get it, hit it and quit it type of dude. And we come to find out that that is the case, but that wasn't the case when it came to Damon. He actually does like Damon, and he was hurt that Damon stood him up. And he pretty much said that, look, I had to choose. I chose, my education. I chose, my livelihood. I didn't come here looking for a relationship. And he tells him his story of what the hell he's been through. And he's saying that, look, I have to do what I got to do. And like, of course, Ricky kind of responded like, yeah, I'm happy that things are going good for you, but I'm still on the park bench. You don't think I have dreams? You don't think I have aspirations? And he told him, won't you join the house? He's like, no house is not going to let me join them. At the end of the day, I'm doing what I got to do. And he says that when I first saw you, I just looked at you and I knew you were special and I knew you were going places. And I hope you was going to take me with you. But it's okay. It's not the first time I've been left behind. So I'm like, So now I'm drawn to Ricky. That Ricky really is a lot like Damon. But luckily, Damon had a saving grace there hasn't been no saving grace for Ricky. And that's true for a lot of, young LGBT, men and, young men and women who are out there today who are going through the same exact situation. So we see later on he tries again. He's still got a smug attitude or whatever, but he invites him to the ballet with him. He's like, man, I ain't going to that. He's like, I thought you said you wanted something different. I thought you said you wanted to venture out. So be there. I'll be there waiting for you, and dress properly for it. And we see towards the end of the episode, he shows up and he goes to the ballet. And we see the first time Damon went to ballet, he was really moved by it. He even got emotional and started clapping. And the teacher was like, no, honey. You clap at the end of the show. You don't clap during. That's only one scene, honey. And we see at the end, he actually takes Ricky with him. So he's like, I'm going to go on this journey and I'm going to take you with me. So I was rooting for that because Ricky I actually warmed up to Ricky because I was like, okay, I'm liking Ricky. Like, it seemed like, okay, he's pretty much, a young guy who's trying to find his way also. But then again, he got a thing for the girls, honey. So, and because both times, he went to go find him at the pier, he was talking to one of the girls. So we already see that, yeah, he's definitely got a crush on the girls. And he's kind of like, he's pretty much trade, but as you can see, like with the girls, it's just kind of like a hit it and quit it type of thing. But with Damon, he really likes him. So we're gonna see what's gonna go with that situation there. Then I'm gonna now talk about Stan and Angel. Stan is still he's pretty much working for Trump Towers. He's living this extravagant lifestyle, and we see the extravagance has somewhat overseeded his budget, and now he's trying to pinch pennies because he spent so much money to fit in some of these closed high society circles. So here it is, he's willing and dealing and sitting up with some of the upper crust of society. So he's buying all this luxurious stuff. Like, he bought a $9,000 gown for his wife. The wife is complaining because she's in the kitchen washing dishes, and she's like, with all this money, you should have gave me a dishwasher, and he's saying that, I've given you this and I'm giving you that, I'm giving you this, and yet, you're complaining about a dishwasher, really? And she was like, yeah, because at the end of the day, you spending all of this money on $9,000 gowns and all of this stuff, you could have put this towards a dishwasher. I mean, I don't get it. And he lets her know that, look, we have to fit in. I'm in a world of business where it's all about how you appear and about the type of clothes you wear. It's all about image. So do you think we would have been able to hang out with these people? Because we actually saw a scene where he goes out with his boss. I think his boss's name is Matt, who's played by James Vanderbeek. They go out to like some event or whatever. And he was saying, do you think we would be able to go to these events or hang out in these circles if you didn't have what you had on? Of course you wouldn't. So at the end of the day, you can talk all your shit, but I know, in order for us to make money, we're gonna have to spend money and look the part. So then he pretty much says that, I gotta go in the office. And she's like, it's Saturday, and he's like, yeah, well, I got work to do. And I'm like, yo ass ain't going to no damn office. You gonna go try to find Angel. And that's exactly what he did. He goes to the spot where he first met Angel. One of the girls lets her know that, oh no, she's at she works at the showroom now. And which is kind of like, you put in the tokens and the lady gives you a show. But you have to pay your tokens in order to see her. So he goes there and he finds her, and they go back and forth, and he was saying that, I've missed you, and I can't get you out my head, and all of this, and he's saying that, I don't want no other guys touching you, and she says that, look, I'm making $125 a night here, and nobody touches me. But she said, but what about outside of this? You know, and she's like, look, girls got to make a living, honey. But he's like, I don't want anybody touching you. I can make things better for you. I can get you off the streets. She's like, first of all, first when he was talking about something, I don't want nobody touching you. She's like, I'm not a kept woman, because a kept woman would have a nice house and have groceries in her refrigerator and wouldn't have to worry about nothing. So at the end of the day, I'm not a kept woman. I'll do whatever the hell I need to do to survive. So he says that he's going to get her a new place and all that, and that he wants to get her a place where, get her off the streets, and, he can supposedly help her. But it's like, it's just obvious he's really attracted to Angel. Despite the fact that Angel's trans, he likes her, and he wants to do an arrangement. But we already see this is going to be a damn problem, because one, he's a closet case, because later on we see that they go out to eat at a diner, and they go back and forth and they talk, and within the conversation or whatever, he's saying that he wants to care for her, and he wants to help her and all of that, and Angel is kind of letting it be known that, look, I do have dignity and I do have respect. If anything, if you going to get me a place, I want a warranty for a year. So in case you want to change up on me, I have enough time to make things happen. So, and he's like, okay, I'll do that. He's like, it wouldn't be like that. I really want to help you, and I really do like you and all of that. And we're really seeing this scene that Angel really is kind of like, she's attracted to him, but then again, it's like, okay, she lets it be known that, honey, until you get that apartment, and until you show me that you really about me, I got to do what I got to do. So I got to go back to work. So yeah, we definitely saw in that scene that yeah, Stan is definitely into her. But then she had asked the question, why do you like me? Why do you want me so bad? And he pretty much said that, because she asked the question, like, who are you? What are you like? Are you like a gay guy that won't admit it? Or are you a straight guy that really wants his wife to put a finger in his ass? Like, what are you? And he pretty much says that, look, I'm nobody. All I do is accumulate. I stand for nothing. I have no morals. There are no boundaries that I won't cross. He says that you, on the other hand, you're real. You're special. And, and you're probably like the only thing real in my life. And like you're like, you who you are, you're being yourself. What I do is play dress up. I be whatever anybody wants me to be. So I'm nobody. So I'm just like, man, that shit was deep. Because, she was kind of wondering like what it is. And he said that you're like the most real thing in my life, and that's why I want you, because you represent someone who's authentic, someone who's honest. Something he's not. But then again, because he's not that, and the fact that she is, that's going to be problems with that situation. So we definitely going to see what's going to happen there. Oh, but another part I want to talk about is that damn Pretel. Billy Porter is playing this role, because there was a part of the ball where they were doing a dynasty challenge, and he was reading the fuck out of them damn girls. He called one of them Ghetto Banji. He called the other one, darling, the champagne is burnt. And then the other girl's like, yeah, look more like TJ Hooker. And then he said that, first of all, I said that the category was dynasty, not damn Falcon Crest. I was rolling. And of course, that was the category that damn Electra won, and Electra came in there serving black Alexis Carrington for your ass, and she looked glammed out because she got her a rich man. And I wonder who this rich man is. I think in time we're gonna find that out. I wonder who's the daddy that's giving her all this sugar. Cause she came in there, the dress and the purse, bitch was serving Dynasty, and she got 10s across the board, but she was pissed because Blanca wasn't there to challenge her, and she wants to have a rematch, and that's what motivated her to get her out of jail and every damn thing. So I think that's all I have, y'all. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode. I'm so here for this show, and I can't wait to see what happens next. But subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you can get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, follow me on all of my social platforms. I have them all listed in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And I will be back with the next episode of Pose. So until next time, everybody, take care.